Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. And we are going to look at what Bitcoin has historically done in the month of December, what we have seen before. We have looked at these scenarios before back in November of election week, and we were able to accurately navigate through that. And then, of course, this most recent Thanksgiving dip that I gave multiple warning videos about, that there would be a drop coming into Thanksgiving week. I even predicted that it would go down, and my opinion was 89K. We just missed it by $1,000 there, but I was very close. I said there would be a 10% drop, and there was about a 9% drop down there. So that was pretty spot on, though. I know many people were saying that it was going to go to 80K in the week of Thanksgiving. That's not what I was sharing on this channel, and I feel that I've been able to accurately guide and predict these markets in a way that has really helped the community and benefited the community. So, of course, before we jump all of that and have a look at what I feel is coming up next this week, coming up, and for the month leading into Christmas, you know what I'm going to say? Smash the like button. This helps get this content out to more people and does help support the channel. And I do really appreciate all the kind words that you leave in the comments section. I do read and respond to each and every single one of those. And of course, those questions that also get asked in the comment section, I do get back to every single one of those as well. It may take me a little bit more time on some than others, so just please be patient. If you have left a question in there, I will get back to you. And below in the description of this video, yesterday I gave a call for Sonic. It was around 6 cents. It went all the way up to 30 cents yesterday on a parabolic rise. That was a call that I gave on this channel and on the Discord. However, on November 27th, and I'll share this in the altcoin video in a couple of hours, I actually gave the buy signal in the Discord at 2 cents. At 2 cents. And so there would have been about a 12x, or at least a 10 to 12x from that 2 cent call on November 27th. And I will share a little bit more about that information. If you haven't seen my video from yesterday, the altcoin video, the Sonic call that I gave yesterday absolutely went like a rocket ship up into space, and I will be talking a little bit about that more in the altcoin show in a few hours. But if you haven't seen that video, check it out from yesterday. It's my Sui memes and the one altcoin that I'm buying more of, and that was Sonic. Okay, so we're going to jump into, and I was going to say, yes, the Discord is still, the Black Friday sale is still on. You can still get 25%. There was a coin that I will be sharing about in the altcoin video that I shared in the Discord that went like a bazooka as well. Not quite as much up as a bazooka. There still may be a trade there. I'm going to share that coin that I shared about yesterday in the Discord. The Discord members got early access to that. I'm going to share that today in today's altcoin video. So if you'd like to sign up for the Discord, I am in the Stocks with Josh Discord. I'm in the crypto channel there daily with the most amazing community there, and I also have my own Crowned Traders channel in there. And so if you would like to connect with me regularly and ask me questions and be involved in that community, you can get signed up. There is a Black Friday code below here. Also, my X, formerly Twitter, handle is also below. I share there some updates and some trades there, so keep an eye on that. You can follow me there as well, and a whole bunch of other great links and resources are below in the description. You might have to click the more button, and then that will pop down and will give you a whole bunch of info and resources. Okay, so let's jump into some historical stuff here. And as you can see, Bitcoin history is still exactly repeating. And this is why I do share this information. I don't just share historical stuff. I share TA, and we're going to get to that in a moment there. And I share metrics, and I want to cover everything as comprehensively as I can here. But you can see that when we had this push up here to 20,000, we didn't quite make it. We had a pullback, and then we had a pullback, here, which is what we just had, the Thanksgiving pullback, which I said was coming, and I know many of you were prepared for that and were able to take profits and then buy back in the dips. Congratulations for all of you who followed my guidance there. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? Okay. So we have over here something similar going on here, and a breakdown to this 93, 94K. And I did share in the Discord yesterday and on Saturday, I believe, that I felt that this was something that was going to happen, that we were going to come down and get that 93 to 94K level. We may even come back a little bit closer to this 91K area. I'm not sure if this will go below this bottom here. As you can see, historically, that's not what happened. And it looks like we're playing this out pretty heavily, but we know what happens after this because the drum roll is there. Thanksgiving to Christmas on a halving year has been 3 for 3. In 2012, it went up 27%. In 2016, from Thanksgiving to Christmas, 33%. And in 2020, a whopping 99%. That would be pretty incredible if we were to see that from here to Christmas. So let's see what shakes out there. However, let me just heed here that so far we have seen the Bitcoin low of the month happen early in the month, and you can find this data on my X. There's my handle there, and you can see me there. It has early in the month. We've looked back at November, October, September, October, all the way back. So, but historically in a halving year for Bitcoin, the low of the month was the 2nd, the 5th, and the 10th of December. So historically in a halving year, that low, that dip, that drop has come earlier in the month. Okay, and I dug in some more statistics, and over all Decembers, it has come in by the 10th of the month. And so I am expecting that to be the case. I'd love to know your thoughts on what day, what's the date that you think the Bitcoin low of the month is going to be. Is it today, which is the 2nd of December? We've just had a lower low, I believe, than yesterday. We'll look at the charts in a moment. Will it be tomorrow? What day do you think the low of the month? Do you think the low of the month is going to be in by the 10th, or do you think it's going to be in later? That would be totally going against what historical data have been, but I'd love to know your thoughts and why. Give me some feedback and let me know what you think Bitcoin is going to do in the month of December. How much percentage gains do you think it is going to do in December? Usually it has done pretty well. And so we could be in for another 30 or 40% rise, as we have seen before. So in previous halving months in December. So that could be something that shakes out. Okay, so we can look at the Bitcoin charts here. So we're going to jump over to the Bitcoin charts. And as you can see, I've got this other Fibonacci range here, and that is looking to be holding up pretty well. You can see how we came up to this, the 786 at 97,705, and we could not close above that. Okay, we could not close above that. So those calling for 100K you just have to wait a little bit longer there. And as we come down here, we have seen we're currently sitting at 95,272. So we're just above this Fibonacci level here of the 95,189. And we did wick down here just early to 94,800. And so the Fibonacci level there at 382 is at 94,151. I know many of you drive your cars and listen to the show, so I want to give you those levels there. And then, of course, we come down to the 236, which we could come down and tagging in at 92,867. And then, of course, we have the Thanksgiving week low sitting at 90,791. Now, altcoins have begun a little bit, they're dropping a little bit with Bitcoin. They are still a little bit correlated. Just because alt season doesn't mean they're not going to be affected at all by this Bitcoin drop. And we will cover that in the video upcoming. But I can tell you that they will, if Bitcoin does drop, of course, they will drop a little bit, but not as much if Bitcoin dominance was a lot higher. And we do need to keep an eye on that. But of course, we're going to cover altcoins in a couple of hours in my altcoin show there. So that's what I kind of see to the downside there. And we will look at the liquidation heat map. Obviously, there is a lot of liquidity above, and I do expect, but don't be surprised if we trade in these ranges here for the next kind of 7 days. Where are we? The 2nd of December, for the next 7 days. Sometime in the next 7 days, I would think we break out of this range and that we start trading and we look at pushing on for that 100K range. That 100K is coming, and we are going to experience it, and there will be a lot of shorts that will be liquidated. Let's look at the liquidation heat map, because this has been really guiding us the story. You know, in the movie The Wizard of Oz, follow the yellow brick road. Well, here we go. We can follow the yellow brick road, okay? And I'm not going to sing the tune for you today, but I know you're already singing it here. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Well, here is our yellow brick road that we are following, and here are the yellow bricks, because the market makers are just following the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. And that's exactly what they're saying. Look what they came and did. They came and took the liquidity up there, 60 million. They came and took some more liquidity down here. They took some more down here, another 81 million down there. Now, where are we the brightest? Up above at 96,400, at 97,300, and then at 98,500. There is some liquidity down here in the 94,500 down to 94,000. If we look at the 48-hour heat map here, we do see, look, they just came and they just took, where was the brightest yellow? They came and took it. Down at 95,300, 100 million. They came down and wiped out all those over-leveraged longs who are trading. They're borrowing money at 100 times its value and are getting absolutely wrecked on these moves. If we go to the 3-day chart, this is a free tutorial. You can find it at coinglass.com. You go to the liquidation heat map. It's absolutely free. You can also download the app on your phone. This is also found in my cheat sheet. It's under the resources tab. You can find a bunch of other resources there as well. And look what you can see here. The market makers came up here. They took all this liquidity that is here, and then they came down and took the brightest yellow that is there. This yellow area here is of high interest, and you can bet your bottom dollar that they're going to come in. They're coming for that. You know, they're coming for that liquidity. And if we go to the weekly chart, this will be even more easily shown up there. But look what we have here. Boy, oh boy, at 94,500, there is 150 million longs that will be liquidated at that level. So I would think that we could see a little bit more downside here, coming down to this 94. Will they come down and tag this 93? Look at 93,800. There's 96 million. And as we keep coming down, there's 50 million down there at 92. So just how deep they will go to pick up this liquidity here. Quite often what will happen, and this is why you've got to refresh it, is once they come and get it, new yellow starts to open up above, and they go, oh, look, we grabbed all this. Oh, we're not going to grab this here. Now there's new yellow here. So while these yellows just continue to pop up here, it may take a little bit of time before they finally come up and get this. And they'll want this as bright and as big as possible as well. If we go to the 12-hour time frame here, you can definitely see that we have some big bright spots down there at 94,200. So I would not be surprised if they came and got this first. Look, and the way that I look at it is I say, if I was the market maker, what would I do? And if I was the market maker, I'd come down, and I'm not, by the way, I would come down and get this here first before coming up and getting this and getting this, okay? And then I would come and get that and that. And so I'd have a nice little dip down there, but not too scary. And then I would come back up and get this and then hope, rinse, repeat, because this is what we've been doing for the last few weeks. We've just been watching the market makers just take the money. They're just following the yellow brick road, and that's all we're doing on this channel as well right now. It seems it's just following the yellow brick road. That's not true, of course. We've also looked at the Fibonacci levels and some historical data and looking at these on-chain metrics as well, giving you a fully balanced view of what I feel has been going on with Bitcoin. So I think possibly today or tomorrow we could see these lower levels tagged. And of course, sometimes the market makers flip the script and they fool you and they go and grab this stuff first, which is quite possible. They could come and get these upper levels first before coming down here. But I can tell you, I would be shocked if they do not come down and get these levels over the next couple of days. We've seen it consistently as they go down, they get these levels, and then we're just seeing what they're going to do now. We know that they picked up some of these other levels on the 48-hour and the 24-hour time frame as well. You can see it just came down and picked up these levels. Now we're waiting to see if they are going to come and go for the lower or go for the high. I want to know, if you were the market maker, what would you do? Would you go for the lower amount there first at around 94,500 down to 94,000, or would you go to the level right above? There's a couple of spots there, 96,400 and 97,300. Would you grab the above first and then go below, or would you grab the below liquidity first and then jump above? I want to know what you think is going to happen, and if you were in the market maker here, where would you take price there as well? Okay, well, we're going to wrap that up. Of course, as always, I'm going to see you in the next show. And what's that going to be? That's going to be the altcoin show coming up in a couple of hours. That is going to be an absolute banger. I've got that new trade that I gave early in the Discord yesterday. I'm going to be sharing that here also on YouTube. A whole bunch of other stuff. We're going to be revisiting the Sonic trade and sharing a whole bunch of information about altcoin season, whether or not we are in altcoin season, how long will it last, when will it end. I'm going to look at some historical data. You do not want to miss that show. So until the next one, happy trading.